what do have rum, car tires, and computer screens to do with each other? Like 90% of all the other goods you see around you, they are transported by motor cargo ship across the seas towards you. I'm going to present you with a big problem we are facing, a big problem our planet is facing, you might never heard of about. And I'm also going to give you the solution, and I'm going to ask you for your help. I am from a family of sailors and shipbrokers, ship owners, and I started sailing when I was 12 on the motor vessel of my uncle. After that, I sailed on more cargo ships, on pilot boats, on tugboats. And I hold a certificate as a shipbroker. I recently started my own shipping company together with 2 partners. That's another story. But here, I'm going to give you first some facts about modern shipping. This is the ship of my uncle. It's about 5,000 tons, and it uses, for every single day that it sails, 70 barrels of heavy fuel oil. That's about 10,000 liters a single day. There are about 50,000 of those ships sailing around the world to bring all our goods to us. 16 of the biggest ships sailing in the world have as much emission as all the cars together of the entire world. It's quite something. I didn't realize that, but it is true. The shipping industry is guilty of emitting almost as much CO2 as 2 times the airplane industry. If you would go for a walk on the beach to get some fresh air, Scheveningen, Zandvoort, you're getting more fine dust and emissions in your lungs than you would be going to the Ruhrgebiet in Germany, one of the most industrialized areas there. Yearly, 70,000 people die because of cancer, lung and heart diseases caused by shipping emissions. According to the International Maritime Organization, the shipping emissions are still rising. Actually, if it keeps going on like it's going now, in 2030, it will have risen by another 75%. This cannot be going on. So now, the solution. Fortunately, there's a very practical, useful, and proven solution. A new age of sail. After I sailed on motor ships, I started sailing on sailing ships. And I went to a nautical college, the Enkhuizen Nautical College, where it's the only college in the world where they teach about commercial sailing ships. There, I found out how it is possible to propel very, very big ships without using the engine, just with sail power. As a matter of fact, using wind on sails is one of the most efficient alternative energies. When I sailed as a chief officer, I sailed on the bark Europa as well, and I made several expeditions to Antarctica. And there, it really hit me. It really hurt me too. How wonderful and beautiful our planet is. But also, how easy it is to spoil her. Well, here is why it is possible to use sail power. In the Industrial Revolution, all the coal, all the building materials, all the machinery was brought mostly by sailing vessel to the ports. Before 1870, most of it was sailing vessels anyway. And if they could do it in those times with the traditional methods, why could we not do it in these times with modern and high-tech sailing rigs? We proved that it is possible with this vessel, the Tres Hombres. She's sailing now for 1 year. Currently, she is underway to the Caribbean. She's in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with a cargo of wine and olive oil. This year, she went twice across the Atlantic. She carried rum, she carried stockfish, she carried wood, she carried coffee, she carried wool. It all works. But now we have to take the next step. And the next step is a modern solution. A hybrid sailing cargo ship. A hybrid ship with sails and motor. And you might be thinking, you might be getting some questions, but first I'm going to show you an impression how this coming ship, the Ecoliner, will look like. It's like this. But now, your questions. You might be thinking about, but sailing ships, those are slower, isn't it? No, they are not slower. When you use a sailing ship, you could still build an engine in there and take advantage of the engine when there's no wind, but use the sails when there is a favorable wind, and even go faster than a motor ship. Another point, with global warming, the weather patterns are getting more harsh. That means more wind. That's an advantage above motor ships. Then, the second question. What about the economy? What about the prices? Well, if you would compare a motor ship and a sailing ship of the same size, because of the advantage of using a lot less fuel, actually the hybrid sailing ship would cost the same. Another thing, because of the hybrid and high-tech sailing rig, a sailing vessel would be able to sail with the same crew as a motor vessel. Then, as we all know, we are using more and more oil, but it's harder and harder to get to it. So oil prices will go up. Another advantage of using sail power above motor ships. So, now, the next question, the third question, what will the customers think about this? Well, here you go. The price is the same, the speed is the same, but the advantage of the sailing vessel over the motor vessel will be the environment. It's environmentally clean. So now, the million-dollar question. Who is going to do this? I am from a ship owner's family, but I know the ship owners, they are not going to do it. They are hit bad by the recession. They have all their investments in the motor ships. They are very conservative. So who is going to do it? The customers have to do it. You have to do it. I have to do it. I am not here to bring you fear. I am not here to be negative. I'm bringing you a solution. I'm inviting you to become part of the transport revolution. Become part as a partner, as a volunteer, or just by sharing the word. Talk to you soon.